Go ahead, Doc.
It's good. All right. Shalom. Before we start, we want to give all praise, honor, and glory.
Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahushai Ba'Hashem Chakwadash.
Double honors to the apostles of Great Millstone, and shalom and salutations to the brothers out there laboring in this work as well. So we're back once again to prophesy the downfall of America and to uplift Yahushai. As well as to introduce the world to Yahushai. Representing him the right way. Because the Lord, who the world knows as Jesus Christ, which his real name is Yahushai, he's been misrepresented. From his image, his name, and his characteristics. That's why there's a lack of fear, towards the Most High.
That's right.
And towards Yahushai. You see, Ecclesiastes 36. We're gonna start with that. Because if you don't understand something, then you're not gonna fear it, man. But the Lord is to be feared, and that's gonna be made known, in these times that are coming, man.
That's right.
This is the book of Ecclesiastes 36 and start at verse 1.
Yeah.
It says, "Have mercy upon us, O Lord, power of all, and behold us, and send thy fear upon all."
Right. Have mercy upon us, those that are doing your will, and remember us in these tribulations. That's basically what it's going into. And send thy fear upon these other nations, man. And these other people that don't seek after you.
Verse 3, "Lift up thy hand against the strange nations, and let them see thy power."
Right. And that's what the Lord is getting ready to do. Lifting up his hand against these other nations, man. And they're going to see his power once again. Just like in the time of Egypt,
Verse 4, "As thou was sanctified in us before them, be thou magnified among them before us, and let them know thee as we have known thee."
Right. So the world is about to know the Lord how we know him. And how do we know the Lord? How do the men of the Lord know him? Jeremiah 23, Jeremiah 9 and verse 23. Just to show you, how we know the Lord and what we understand him, man.
Jeremiah 9 and 23.
Yeah.
Thus said the Lord Yahweh, let not the wise man glory in his wisdom.
That's right.
Neither let the mighty man glory in his might.
Right. So it's vain to glory in these things, in your own wisdom and your might, your strength. You got it.
Let not the rich man glory in his riches.
Right. It's even vain to glory in riches. The abundance of money you have. Because at the end of the day, all these things are not going to deliver you. In these times to come. But what's going to deliver you is what? Understanding the Lord and knowing, how he gets down.
And that's why it says in 1 John, how it says that what's in the world? The lust of the eyes, the lust of the flesh, and the pride of life.
Right.
That's the glory in the self, self-glory.
Right.
Okay, but it says what? But they that do the will of the Lord will endure forever.
That's right. And if I may add too, if you glory in your strength, your might, your riches, you're depending on those things. But if you glory in Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahushai, you're depending on him, knowing that he's going to deliver you from these times, and not your wisdom, not your riches, and not your might, but in the Lord,
Like David understood that because he said what? I will not trust in my sword, and my bow will not deliver me.
Right.
Only Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahushai will deliver me.
Right. And even David said, it's the Lord that's going to deliver him from his strong enemy that was too strong from him, man. So David knew even, that he couldn't do it himself, man. He needed the Lord, and he said, the Lord teaches my hands to war. Everything goes back to the Lord, man.
This is Jeremiah 17 and verse 7. "Blessed is the man that trusted in Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahushai, and whose hope Yahweh Ba'Hashem Yahushai is.
Right.
For he shall be as a tree planted by the waters, and that spreadeth out her roots by the river. It shall not see when he cometh, but her leaf shall be green, and shall not be careful in the year of drought."
That's right. So if you trust in the Lord, you put your hope in the Lord, you're not going to be confounded, but you're going to be taken care of. You're going to bear fruit. You're gonna grow, man.
Right.
You're gonna blossom.
That's right.
It says, "Neither shall cease from yielding fruit."
That's right, Yeah, there you go. So you're not gonna yield. You're gonna keep yielding fruit. Meaning you're just gonna keep getting better and better. Oh, the scriptures say that in Proverbs 4. The path of the just is as the shining light that shineth more and more unto the perfect day.
That's right.
That's all.
Yeah, come. Proverbs 3 and 5. "Trust in the Lord with all thy heart, and lean not unto thy own understanding.
Right, so trust in Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai with all thine heart, with your whole mind, and don't lean on your own understanding.
That's right.
Don't lean on your own might, your own strength. Because if you trust in the Lord, you lean on Him, that's a sure thing. It's sure, like it's promised, man, because the Lord said it. And He said His words don't return out to Him void. What the Lord says is never going to, be made void.
Psalms 44 and verse 5. It says, through thee will we push down our enemies.
Right.
Through thy name we will tread them under that rise up against us.
That's right. So it's through the Lord that we're able to do these things. And even being out here to teach is through the Lord, man. Even the different things we do in our day-to-day, that's all the Lord, man. Because it's the Lord's Spirit that's channeling through us, man.
Verse 6, it says, for I will not trust in my bow,
Right.
neither shall my sword save me.
Right.
But thou hast saved us from our enemies,
Right.
and hast put them to shame
Right.
that hated us.
That's right. So only the Lord is going to be able to save us, man. A bow, any weapon is not going to save you. That's why you don't need weapons, man. All you need is the Lord's name, man. Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushai. That's all you need,
That's one thing that the prophets have been doing.
Right.
The prophets, David, Yahushai, when they've been delivering, whenever they've been doing the work of the Lord, they've been glorifying Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Returning all the glory unto Him. Even Yahushai said it himself, I alone can do nothing, but it's through Yahweh, that I can do all things.
That's right. And even the Lord said in 1 Corinthians, it said, through the foolishness of preaching to save them that believe. And He also referred to us as a worm, that has no strength or might in his hand. So this is like, what we're doing right now is to glorify Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai. Because we look weak, we look frail. But once we're delivered through the Lord, it's going to be like, okay, that's the power that did that.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, as the scriptures say, my strength is made known in weakness.
That's right. That's right.
Right? So the Lord needs something that looks weak
That's
in
right.
order to show His power. Right? Same way when we were in Egypt, He delivered us out of Egypt, right?
Yeah.
But they would never thought the Israelites would have taken out of Egypt. They never thought the Israelites would be able to defeat the Egyptians. The Egyptians were superpowers, on the earth, man. Like when I was speaking to, when Elder Ariana was up here, I was saying like it was small, but really he had greatness and but it was a superpower for that time, right?
Yeah.
Which I was comparing it also to this time, right? But it's true. Yeah, I thought like it was small at that time because it was huge.
Yeah.
So it looked like how these Israelites going to overcome this, right? So that's how the Heavenly Father showed His power, all right, through us. Now He's going to show His power again through us in a more powerful way.
That's right.
And so like, just as it says in Exodus 20, it says, and when He gives us the commandments, one thing, how He starts, it says, I am the Lord who delivered you out of Egypt. He wants us to remember that it's Him who took us out, not our own power. Because when we were in Egypt as slaves, we cried unto Him. We didn't. We ourselves, we understood that we couldn't deliver ourselves. And like the brother said, in this time, Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai will rise up His hand a second time, all right, to deliver His elect.
That's right. Hold on. Okay, this is the book of 1 Maccabees 3:18. Unto whom Judas answered, it is no hard matter for many to be shut up in the hands of a few. Right. And with the power of heaven, it is all one. Right. It's no small matter, meaning it's a great thing to have that happen. Right? When someone has a lot more warriors than the other side, that's a disadvantage for the other side. So that's a great act for them to be able to win that.
Right.
That's what made that movie 300 so great is the fact they were only 300.
Right.
Which those were Israelites, by the way. Those were so-called black men, by the way. You go into the actual history, they're Israelites. Okay? But at the end of the day, that's how the Heavenly Father likes to work. It's funny, it's a spirit. I was speaking to a guy about this earlier, So who do you think is going to come up on top, in this World War? I said, listen, man, someone that's not thought of. Man.
That's right.
Someone that no one thinks is like, what do you mean by he's always trying to put power into my mind, It's like, I know you're deeper than other people on this shit. But I don't be trying to say nothing. I'm like, listen, man, I'm just a regular Negro. It's a Negro. It's a Negro. That's a Jamaican.
Some job. You for some job.
Oh, man. That Amalekite demon, man. He was probably behind the tunnel.
Unto whom Judas answered, it is no hard matter for many to be shut up in the hands of a few, and with the Most High of heaven it is all one.
It's the same thing to everybody. It's not no big, but speak to us. Him is light.
Right.
Right? Go ahead.
To deliver with a great multitude or a small company.
Right.
For the victory of battle standeth not in the multitude of an host, but strength cometh from heaven.
That's right.
That's it. Point blank period. And he wants to show his strength to us. Okay? Being his people.
Right.
Right? And this is why the Lord had to bring us to a particular low level.
Right, right.
Because what he's going to do, and this time is going to completely shock the world. Okay? He's going to completely shock the whole planet Earth. Okay?
Judges 7:4, and Yahweh, Bashim Yahushai, said unto Gideon, the people are yet too many. Bring them down unto the water, and I will try them for thee there. And it shall be that of whom I say unto thee, this shall go with thee, the same shall go with thee. And of whomsoever I say unto thee, this shall not go with thee, the same shall not go. Verse 6, and the number of them that laughed, putting their hand to their mouth, were 300 men. But all the rest of the people bowed down upon their knees to drink water. And Yahweh Bashim Yahushai said unto Gideon, by the 300 men that laughed will I save you.
Which I'm not sure if that whole... Matter of fact, I don't even know if that 300 story was a real actual account with just 300. If that was the exact number or if they were getting it from this scripture.
Right. That's
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
It says, and Yahweh Bashim Yahushai said unto Gideon, by the 300 men that laughed will I save you, and deliver the Midianites into thy hand, and let all the other people go every man unto his place.
That's it. Okay, so that's what happened. The Lord delivered us from 300 men against tens of thousands of troops.
That's right.
Okay? Right? Through his miracles, man.
That's right.
Right? And he's going to do that again. Right? He's going to deliver the elect through all these technology that Esau has and all this stuff that he was gifted, right? In order to build up his arrogance.
Right.
That's why the Lord gave him.
Right.
That's why it's in his kingdom, because it is to build up his own arrogance.
So that says, for that reason I have raised up Pharaoh, raised up his arrogance too. But just to bring out the point that the brother said that to the Lord it's nothing to deliver us. Because if you look at the time of kings, in the times in the history, you see that how the Lord, in many ways, in many miracles,
Come from the front.
he delivered the children of Israel, either by sending hailstones and fire, or sending an angel, or a strange apparitions, or whichever way that the Lord chose fit to deliver his people, man. There's nothing for the Lord to do anything, to give victory unto whom he will.
That's it. That's it. All right? Hold on.
This is the book of Isaiah 43 and verse 3. For I am the Lord, thy power, the Holy One of Israel, thy Savior. I gave Egypt for thy ransom, Ethiopia and Seba for thee. It says, since thou wast precious in my sight, thou hast been honorable, and I have loved thee, therefore will I give man for thee and people for thy life.
So as it says, the Lord cares for his elect. He has chosen us. We are the apple of his eye, man.
All right, read the scripture. This is the book of... It's like I want to stay on topic.
This is the book of 1 Samuel 2 and verse 7. It says, the Lord maketh poor and maketh rich. He bringeth low and lifteth up. He riseth up the poor out of the dust.
Right. He rises up the poor out of the dust, out of that lower state. Okay? He even did that with the Edomites. The Edomites were no people before the Greeks. All right? So-called white man wasn't nobody amongst the nations. Okay? They were low before the Greeks, man. Okay? Greeks was the first time they were able to lift their head up. Okay? Before that, the Persians, the Babylonians, the Egyptians, the tower, even the ancient Babylonians. Okay? The Sumerians, whatever. They were not reckoned, man.
Right.
See what I'm saying? What the Lord did was he cleaned them up and brought them to a higher state.
Right.
That's right.
All right? Matter of fact, you could even get
Zabak, get me, what's that? Daniel's 4:17. Go ahead.
Verse 1 Samuel 2:8, it says, He raiseth up the poor out of the dust and lifteth up the beggar from the dunghill.
Right, because to show you how low of a state Esau was in, get me Job 30. Okay, to show you how low of a state Esau was in. Esau was in a state where he didn't even have a language.
Right.
Okay, when the Arab leaders wrote about meeting with these Edomites, well, specifically the Khazarians, which are Edomites, okay, from the line of Amalek, okay, wear a small hat. When they wrote about meeting with them, they're talking about they had a meeting and their woman would be sitting in the meeting and they're naked, scratching her crotch,
Oh, shit.
eating shit out of her crotch. I mean, they were living like straight up baboons, man. Okay?
And you put them on top.
Yeah.
They ate lights out there.
Yeah. So basically, they're on the level of a slave strip. And it's funny, them same people are at the point they're calling you Israelites monkeys. They're calling us, which is way above them and the other nations, monkeys. But they were actually living like that. We were never living like that. There was never a point where Jake was living like that. Okay, as a nation. That never happened. Okay, we always had a semblance of our old ways, going back to the Heavenly Father, going back to the laws, man. First of all, we have the laws of cleanliness, man.
Right.
That's right. Okay?
Right.
Real quick, if I may add, it's even in us to unconsciously, follow the law. Scriptures say that in Corinthians, those that have not the law are a law unto themselves. So there's some parts of the law that the Israelites keep without even knowing that they're keeping the law.
It also goes back to the breath. Right. But I just wanted to build on what the brother was saying about the monkey thing. Because if you look at it, these Edomites, they look more like monkeys than us, man. Right. They got the thin lips, they're hairy, which at the time when we were at base, they look more like monkeys, man. You look at the picture that we have when we were chasing them in the woods, they literally look like monkeys and gorillas, bro. With those thin lips with their hair hairy all the way down to the feet on their head, man. But when you compare Jake to a monkey, we don't even look like monkeys.
Right. It's just the hair texture alone.
Yeah.
The hair texture alone is unique. It's not that like sheep hair. So it's unique. So anyways, whatever.
Those red monkeys there.
It says back to 1 Samuel 2 and verse 8 again, it says, He raiseth up the poor out of the dust and lifteth up the beggar from the dunghill to set them among princes and to make them inherit the throne of glory. For the pillars of the earth are the Lord's, and He hath set the world upon them.
Hold that for 1 second. Read
Daniel 4:17. This matter is by the decree of the watchers, and the demand by the word of the holy ones, to the intent that the living may know that the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men, and giveth it to whomsoever He will.
So what He did was He gave the kingdom to the Edomites. Go ahead.
And set it up over it the basis of men.
They're known as the basis of men, or the lowest of men. Okay? Now let's read this and go into hold on, read that. It's in Job 30:1. But now they that are younger than I have me in derision, whose fathers I would have disdained to have set with the dogs of my flock. When you say someone is younger than you, basically you're saying that we're over them, we're better than them, we're superior to them. That's what Job is saying. Okay, when you call someone, going back to Benjamin, or when you say Levi does it too, right? So when you call somebody a youth, you know what I mean? That's a disrespect. You're a youth. Even if you're younger than him, you feel kind of disrespected. And if he's closer to age, now you got to set up a fight after the whole. Okay? Yeah, you got to set up a fight after the that's an intentional disrespect.
Oh, yeah, big time.
Well, how they say it how the Levites say it?
Pizzi. Pizzi.
Yeah. They think they tap on the hand.
That's deep, bro.
That's deep.
That's fight right away.
You see, it's not as disrespectful when a person is it's not disrespectful when a person is significantly older than you. Right. Because he's older than you. He's like 7 years older than you, 8 years, he's significantly older than you, but it's not like a year older than you. So this is what Job was saying.
Just to add on to that point, because when you go back to the temple, go back to Genesis, although Esau was older, he came out first. But what did the prophecy say? It says what? The elder shall serve the younger. Because what? We're higher. We're higher in the spirit than Esau and Edom, man. You know that's why Job stated that, right? Yeah. Go ahead.
Verse 2, yea, whereto might the strength of their hands profit me, in whom old age was perished. For want and famine, they were solitary, fleeing into the wilderness, in former time desolate and waste. Cut up mallows by the bushes and juniper roots.
Now this happens more in the future. This happened during the time of the Dark Ages, right? While we were ruling, right? Okay, they were pushed out there into the wilderness, man. You understand what I'm saying? Even into the caves. It's gonna go into that. Go ahead.
It says, who cut up mallows by the bushes and juniper roots for their meat. They were driven forth from among men. They cried after them as after a thief.
Right, because they saw that the characteristics and the nature of these Edomites. So they were revealed back then. Right. You know, they knew what they were back then. They didn't, you know what I mean? They saw what Esau was all about back then, his reputation. Now it's been hidden. Now he's been able to cover his reputation through media and deception. Okay? But even now he's beginning to be revealed so they can see his true nature. You understand? Go ahead.
To dwell in the cliffs of the valleys, in caves of the earth, and in the rocks.
Right. Caves of the earth, right? Going back to what? Caucasus Mountains, right? Different caves, right? Where they dwell, right? Go ahead.
Among the bushes they brayed.
What does it mean to bray? That means they didn't have a language at one point. Okay? They didn't have a language. They were just, you know, when they show you the image of the caveman, they were literally living like that. And this wasn't 20 million years ago. This was like 1,000 years ago, 1,000 some odd years ago. This was before they started to, you know, to get back into power. All right, go ahead.
It says, among the bushes they brayed, under the nettles they were gathered together. They were children of fools, they children of base men. They were viler than the earth.
That's it. That's it. They were viler than the earth. See, this was the position that they were in. Go ahead.
And now by their song, yeah, I am their byword.
Listen, now they're coming in there, they're trying to make fun of me. But I'm over them, I'm better than them. See, this is what Joel was speaking about. He was speaking about, really in the spirit, he's speaking about the future, the time we're living in now. Okay? The time we're living in now. This is what Joel was really speaking about in the spirit. See, sometimes they were talking about, but they were talking about the immediate situations, but it's twofold. Okay? Scripture, a lot of the things is twofold, threefold. All right? And it's spoken in the spirit. Like King David was speaking about things that was happening to him. But a lot of things was prophecies in Yahweh Shai. Okay? And that's really what it really was talking about in the spirit. See, that's why there's a spiritual thing and then there's a thing that's a carnal. You know? That's it.
I mean, that's why Christians get the scriptures confused, man. They're not able to decipher it, you know? They don't have the spirit dealing with them to be able to maneuver and see, oh, this is speaking literal, this is literal, and this is spiritual, you know? They can't do that because the Spirit of the Lord is not dealing with them. That's why the mysteries were revealed to the prophets. You know, that spirit was given to the prophets, that spirit of understanding, man. And the prophets are the true men of the Lord. You know?
Yeah, because it's complex to them.
Right.
It's very complex, but to the righteous it's simple.
Plain.
That's enough. Okay, right.
1 Corinthians chapter 2 and verse 14, but the natural man receiveth not the things of the Spirit of Yahweh, for their foolishness unto him, neither can he know them because they're spiritually sound.
Right, you can't know because it's a spiritual thing. Go ahead. What's
Genesis 3 and verse 14. And the Lord power said unto the serpent, because thou hast done this, thou art cursed above all cattle, and above every beast of the field. Upon thy belly shalt thou go, and dust shalt thou eat all the days of thy life.
Right, you're going to be brought to a lower state. He was brought to a lower state. Right? Okay, they were brought to a lower state. They were, first of all, he was cursed from the earth. The Lord cursed Cain, man. Cursed Cain, man. All right? Right? He said, oh, they see me, they're going to kill me. He said, oh, I'll put this mark upon you. And even was even on a lower, brought him even lower. Right? So he was brought to a lower state. Go ahead.
Verse 15, I will put enmity between thee and the woman, and between thy seed and her seed.
And guess what? Jake was flourishing. Jake was becoming a renowned man. Scriptures speak about
how we fell, how the giants they fell, so they became renowned men before the flood. Okay, they became these great men before the flood. They were doing the most amazing thing before the flood. Okay, so you already know the Canaanites were jealous, right? Just like the Edomites are jealous of us now, man. All right, it was the same spirits. Okay, so back then they became renowned men, and them people were on a low level, man. You understand what I'm saying? But Jacob was doing wicked. Jacob was following the ways of the wicked. You understand? Go ahead.
It says, and I will put enmity between thee and the woman, and between thy seed and her seed. It shall bruise thy head, and thou shalt bruise his heel.
Right, meaning what? They would, at one point they would get the upper hand, but then we would ultimately take them down through the house shot. Right? But
Just back you up.
Did
Isaiah
you
40.
read that once?
Right,
Still have
pass.
something else? Okay, go ahead.
Isaiah 47 and 1. Come down and sit in the dust, O virgin daughter of Babylon. Sit on the ground, there is no throne, O daughter of the Chaldeans. For thou shalt no more be called tender and delicate.
Right, that's it, right? So now they're being revealed, okay? They're being revealed, and we're in a time of great revealing of these people, right? All right? It's amazing to watch. It's exciting to see, right? You know, every new thing, every new revelation, man. Like, I shared a particular clip from Oprah, okay? That old clip from Oprah, and it was telling you what the Amalekites all about. And she said, the small hats do this a lot. A lot of small hats around the world. So that's what the small hats is. And those are the people of God, right? The biggest Satanists for their people of God, right? Really, right? Oh, and matter of fact, she said that they're into child sacrifice.
Yeah, she said it.
She said it in that video, man. So they're being revealed, man. Open those, you know. She's inside. She was surprised. Oh yeah, like my boss. Oh, she's like my boss. Okay? Right.
Second Thessalonians
Just like
2.
Mr. Finkelstein. I know, man. They're all into that. Okay? Hold on. Finish it off.
2 Thessalonians 2 and 8. And then shall that wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming.
Now the spirit of his mouth is coming through what? Through his prophets, right? You understand what I'm saying?
Real quick, this is Psalm 64 and 8. So they shall make their own tongue to fall upon themselves. All that see them shall flee away.
That's it. Okay? So their own tongue is falling upon themselves. They're being revealed by their own words, right? You know, their own words is condemning people that were amongst them, right? And also they themselves, man. Do something that we always speak about, that witchcraft method, revealing the method, rather, right? Which is really sorcery, okay? But they're revealing themselves, right? So they can't. So what we're saying is being validated through the spirit.
Right.
Okay? When they have their little meetings, their little councils, they say too much. All right, and then there's always people that are now watching, pulling up the clips. Right, you might not want to watch it 20 hours, right? Obviously, right? But then there's people that's watching, and they're pulling out the clips. You see?
That World Economic Forum, they just showed it plain in plain sight. They're doing witchcraft ceremonies, and they have nothing else to hide in.
Yeah. But
This is Job 15 and 6. Thine own mouth condemneth thee, and not I. And thine own lips testify against thee.
that's it. Good.
Isaiah 44 and verse 25, that frustrateth the tokens of the liars, and maketh diviners mad, that turneth wise men backward, and maketh their knowledge foolish, that confirmeth the word of his servant, and performeth the counsel of his messenger.
That's it. That's it. Go ahead.
That said to Jerusalem,
He's confirming what we've been saying. Okay, he's revealing them. Right? Go ahead.
that said to Jerusalem, thou shalt be inhabited. To the cities of Judah ye shall be built. I will raise up the decayed places thereof.
Right, so when they're revealed enough, there's nothing left to do except for attack. Right. Except for go for full force. There's nothing left to do. You understand? When people start to realize and understand everything about the truth, that we're the Israelites. Right. You know? And that's going to make things move a lot quicker, man. Right? They're only going to further damage their case by coming against us too, because the scripture say, let me have second under 16.
So they say, so you know, Esau's back is being pushed against the wall.
Right.
You know, by the men of the Lord basically revealing it. Not only that, like we're going into these different whistleblowers, man. So his back is being pushed against the wall, and then when your back is pushed against the wall, what can you do? The only thing that you can do, like it says in Revelation 12, he's gonna come down having great wrath, man. That's why he's being revealed. You know, the way that he maneuvers, everybody's being made aware of this guy, man. So the only thing that he can do is revert to his actual nature and be the devil that he is.
Just as it says, so first off, he deceives, he manipulates, and if that doesn't work, he always has his trusted friend, the sword. You know, he's coming down to attack.
That's it. And get ready to use that sword.
Look at the second Ezra, chapter 16, and verse 68. For behold, the burning wrath of a great multitude is kindled over you, and they shall take away certain of you and feed you, being idle, with things offered unto idols. And they that consent unto them shall be had in derision, and in reproach, and trodden under foot. For there shall be in every place, and in the next cities, a great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord.
So they're going to start coming after the believers, man. Those that believe in the truth. Okay? And they're going to roll on really anyone that believes in the Bible, period. They're going to start rolling on anyone that believes in the scripture. Okay? Believe in the second coming of God. Right? But the real target is going to be us, the men of the Lord, the ones that are preaching 100%. Right. Not partial truth, but full truth. Go ahead. All the truth and nothing but the truth. Go ahead.
They shall be like madmen, sparing none, but still spoiling and destroying those that fear the Lord.
That's it.
For they shall waste and take away their goods and cast them out of their houses. Then shall they be known who are my chosen.
Then at that time it's going to be known who the Lord chose, man. Who are the men of the Lord? It's going to be known in that time. He's going to reveal it. Right? So when they start to move, they're just only going to further damage the case, man. Right? Because it's going to be sloppy. It's not going to be perfect and crispy. It's going to be sloppy. Right? It's like when they came to accuse Yahweh Shai, it was sloppy. You know, they couldn't even find the witnesses, man. Yahweh Shai had to help them. That's how sloppy it is, man. Yahweh Shai had to basically say some things that they would misinterpret. So he could say, what need we of any witnesses? They say, oh, listen, man, you're going to see me coming from heaven. The clouds of heaven, man. On the right hand of the heaven. What blasphemy?
Yeah, what?
You know, like the animator head gets big. That was Caiaphas. The head got big. They're all angry at the little, the red thing. Yeah. You know? Because he was all vexed and shit, right? Y'all trying to set it just to get them roused up. You know? Let's get this thing on the road. Get this show on the road. We got looking for witnesses and shit. We ready, you know? I already know what's getting ready. Let's get it done, man. Now you could have said no, let me break it down to you.
Right.
What this means, let me show you this. Someone give me the Torah. Give me the Torah.
This is me.
Yeah, let me speak. This is me. Somebody has to play this role. No, he didn't break it down to them. Okay? Or he could have shown some miracles like that, but he didn't do that. Okay? He humbled himself to the will of the Most High. Go ahead, bro. Just like the elect is going to humble themselves to the will of the Most High. But everything they're going to come with is going to be sloppy. It's not going to make sense. The people that are watching, it's not, you know, they're going to be like, yo, what? This is madness. Especially, and that's why the Lord has it with more and more people are watching what they're doing. Right? So by that time, there's going to be a lot of people who don't believe in Esau. Go ahead.
It says, then shall they be known who are my chosen, and shall be tried as the gold in the fire.
Right, so we try to go over the fire so that tribulation. Right? No, this big thing is coming. Right? But the Lord is putting us in that spirit of trust in Him. Putting us in that spirit of put these tribulations so you can see an example of what to be in that time. Okay? Which is having ultimate faith. You know? Go ahead.
This is Revelation 12:17. And the dragon was wroth with the woman and went to make war with the remnant of her seed, which keep the commandments of Yahweh and have the testimony of Yahweh Shai HaMashiach.
Right, that's it. Right, so he's wroth with what? The elect. He's wroth with the elect. Okay? And he's getting more and more frustrated. They're trying their witchcraft as hard as they can. They're trying to, to have things go smoothly as much as they can. It's not going smoothly. It's not going smoothly. It's going to continue to be rough. Right?
set them in slippery places. Right. That's something else? Well, hold on. Let's about this.
Real quick, Matthew 10 and 18. And ye shall be brought before governors and kings for my sake, for a testimony against them and the Gentiles.
Yeah.
But when they deliver you up, take no thought how or what ye shall say, what
We're
ye
set
shall
up as
speak.
a testimony against them. We're set up to prove that they're wrong.
Right.
You know? Right. The Lord's going to use us to prove that. Right. That they're in the wrong. Right. Okay? So guess what? They're not going to win the case in the heavens.
Right.
It's going to be clear.
Right.
All right? Even to a good portion of the people. Right. Go ahead.
I mean, that's why we're on the scene, you know? Basically on the scene of the crime and seeing the crime being done. You know, so we're able, okay, Esau polluted the, you know? He polluted the water. We saw that, you know? You did what? You lifted, what? You did, chemtrails, you know? Uplifted the woman, you know? All these accusations, man. You know, we're witnessing.
It's written in his own history. Right. He makes movies about it. Right.
Just like on the left hand, there's false witnesses. On the right hand, there's true witnesses.
Right.
You know? So again, this is all a big. We're in the court session right now.
Right, yeah.
So it says here, take no thought how or what ye shall speak, for it shall be given you in that same hour what ye shall speak. For it is not ye that speak, but the Spirit of your Father will speak it in you.
Okay. You got 3 minutes? That's okay, go ahead, brother.
This is the book of Psalm 73.
It's okay.
In verse, I'm going to start at verse 16. It says, when I thought to know this, it was too painful for me, until I went into the sanctuary of the Most High, then understood I their end. Surely thou
Until he understood the truth, he understood their time is coming to an end. You know? That there is an end of their rulership, that it's not going to continue to be. See, Jake doesn't understand. He's like, why is all this evil in the world? See, Jake doesn't get why. You know, that's why they don't have that trust in the Lord, because they don't understand what's going on. Right? But guess what? He's coming to uproot this, man. This was really just an example of what not to do. This whole kingdom, man. You know? And it's going to be uprooted, man. And a righteous kingdom is going to come in its stead. All right? Go ahead.
It says, surely thou didst set them in slippery places, thou castest them down into destruction.
Right. They think they're gonna come up on top, or they're hoping to come up out of the ashes like the phoenix.
Yeah.
But you know, the Lord has other things for them, man. You know, other things planned for them, man. They're gonna fail.
That's right.
You know, they're gonna fail. You understand? Go ahead, bro.
I say, Psalms 49 and verse 11, their inward thought is that their houses shall continue forever, and their dwelling places unto all generations. They call their lands after their own names.
Right. And that proves that that's the evil. Everywhere you go, they call the land after their name. See? All right. Go ahead, Sabak.
Isaiah 47.
Yeah. Go ahead.
It says, this is Job 5 and verse 12, it says, he disappointed the devices of the crafty, so that their hands cannot perform their enterprise.
Right, so they're very crafty, they're very subtle, they're very sneaky, right? But the Lord is going to make it where they're not going to be able to fulfill their enterprise. They're going to think they're going to get fulfillment, and the Lord is going to put an end to it. Okay? Right?
It says, he taketh the wise in their own craftiness, and the counsel of the forward is carried headlong.
That's it.
Just as it says, in the fullness of his sufficiency, the Lord will strike him. We're prepared for you, so he will not fulfill his endeavor.
Let me read this.
Job 5 and verse 12 in the NLT, it says he frustrates the plans of scammers.
Oh, and Esau is nothing more than a scammer. He's nothing more than a scammer, a big scammer. This whole earth is run by scammers. But they'll lock somebody else for scamming. Yeah. You know? But they have people that lobby, right? They'll pay off these different politicians to put certain things in law that benefits their business. And the people have to pay for it. Right? So that's a scam right there. Right? You got that insurance, that's a scam.
Yeah.
They force you to pay that shit. That's a scam right there. I mean, if you want somebody to, if you want to have a choice to pay, that's up to you, but forcing people to pay by law and all this shit. Okay?
Go ahead. And that's why it says, he framed mischief by a law. Like the brother said, insurance, man, that's mischief, man. That's fraud. Not only that, even the money system that he gives you the dollar, that's not even backed up by anything. Like you can't go to a bank and bring in money and say, yo, I want gold for this money, man. Because it says in the dollar that this amount, you can get this amount of gold for it, right? But if you go to the bank and try to ask for gold, they're not gonna give you gold. They're gonna look at you like you're crazy, man. Right? That's the scam.
What says this amount of gold for?
Like before the dollar, before the dollar, it said on the dollar, like $1 bill would be like worth this amount of gold, right? But throughout time, like Esau diluted it to the point that average Joe they don't even know about that, right? Now it's just a faith-based currency. You just have the paper and then you believe that you can actually purchase things with it, right? It's scamming.
Like even the diamond industry, that's not, diamonds aren't worth what they're making it worth, right? What they're charging for, it's not worth that. Diamonds are not that valuable.
No,
Okay, they made it like that. They made you have to pay that because they started to promote it as something that is needed for a wedding. They never used to buy diamonds for a wedding. But they promoted it to, woman, if he loves you, he's gonna buy you a ring. Right? Started doing commercials. The woman is the weaker vessel, so wow, that's true. Why don't I have all the diamond in my ring? And then what? And then the men, they're gonna fall. They're weak to the wood.
Gold is worth more than diamond.
Huh?
Gold
Gold and silver is worth more than absolutely. Because look, if you give any amount of, even if I give this any little amount of gold, even if it's like a little grain, they'll buy it.
Yeah.
Just put it on the scale and I'll give you this for that. The diamond, you can put a diamond this big, it's too small. They don't want it. All right, just give me half price. No, I don't know. We don't want it. Okay? Because it has to be a certain size and all this and that. But it's profitable to them, man. What's scarce has more value. Right. Yeah. That's it. All right. So that's some of the fraud of this society. Right? Oh, child support. That's a fraud. That's a big fraud. They call that the darling of the court system. Right? And it's such of a fraud that if a guy gets a DNA test after years and they find out that the child's not his, he still has to pay for it. They don't get reimbursed and shit. They don't reimburse nothing either. There's people who've been paying for 18 years child support and the child wasn't even here. Okay?
Coming here, I was watching the elders, the bishops, the elder bishops. They brought out how that 40% of guys are doing the DNA test and realizing that it's not their child.
40%.
40%. That's like nearly half, man. And that's more. Yeah, and like they said, that's only people that's actually going and asking for your DNA test. Is this my child? What about the other people that's not even asking, man?
Because in this society, the woman has too much liberty, and that's what's destroying it. Okay, she's destroying herself through this over much liberty. Give me that. Give me that scripture, man. Okay, because they're supposed to really be in subject. They're supposed to be told what to do. They're supposed to have someone managing them. Okay, which should be either their father or their husband. Point right here. Anything outside of that is confusion and chaos. Matter of fact, we'll get into that. Give me that. Go ahead. The book of Sirach 26 and verse 10. If thy daughter be shameless, keep her in straight. Right. If thy daughter be shameless, keep her in straight. But it's both. Matter of fact, we'll probably go up two verses. Go up 2 verses. Sirach chapter 26 and verse 8. It says a drunken woman and a gathered abroad causes great anger. What does gathered abroad mean? That means someone she's all over the place. I'm going to this bar, I'm going to friends, I'm going to girls' night out. That means she's gathering abroad, right? Which causes great anger. Yeah, because she's going to do nothing. There's going to be a lot of mischief behind it.
Yeah,
adultery, okay? Sleeping around, whatever, man. Right? Doing stupid shit. Okay? Stupid shit. Being disrespectful. All right? So when they have that liberty, it creates chaos. Man.
Yeah.
Go ahead. It says, and she will not cover her own shame. Right? That's the thing. Okay? Go ahead.
The whoredom of a woman may be known in her haughty looks and her idleness.
Haughty means what? Proud, arrogant. You look at a woman today, they're arrogant. In the West, super arrogant. You understand what I'm saying? So that's first of all, that's a sign of a whore.
Yeah.
Okay? Because a true pure woman, if you will,
Feminine.
a virgin, feminine. She, you know, kind of looking down more. You know, she's not all bold and you know. You know what I'm saying? No. Go ahead. If thy daughter be shameless, keep her in straitly. And they're all shameless in society, pretty much. Okay, so you gotta, what does it mean keep her in straitly? That means to watch her. No, you can't go out. No, you're not going out. All right? Out party. Yeah, it's a little party. No, you're going to no party, man. Okay?
It's a party.
It's a party. Well, the reason she's that way, the reason that chick is that way, and she's cursing him out because she's grinding on a whole other man, right? Is because of the liberty. Yes, sir. Because there's no punishments. Yes, sir. There's no judgment. See, let's say if there was a judge. Let's see if she saw growing up a bunch of women in the guillotine. Yeah. You understand what I'm saying to you? She wouldn't be at that party. Okay? You understand what I'm saying?
That's right.
I have clothes to wash. That's what I'm saying. You see how the priorities change with fears and
That's something because that pride, just as the ruler of the city is, the people are also. And that pride translated from Isa Edom onto those women. Because they know, because of under Esau's supervision, they have that protection. You see, that's why they're so prideful.
Yeah. Right. It says, if thy daughter be shameless, keep her in straitly. They're all shameless in this society. Well, first of all, for you to come out with background yoga pants, right? You see the fucking panty outline, right? That's not shameless, man. And that's like a normal outfit for this one thing. Yeah. You got yoga pants in your fucking wardrobe. What's wrong with you? You got a dress. What's wrong with you? That's shamelessness. You can't wear that shit. I was talking to my mother the other day. Let's think about going to Dubai. I said, you can't just go to Dubai how you want to go to Dubai.
Right.
Okay, they got some type of order over there. You can't wear no yoga pants in Dubai. Okay? Matter of fact, you can't wear that shit in China. They'll look at you funny. And you still into these Asian countries, they'll look at you funny, man. Going to the gym just see the whoredoms in this place, they don't accept that over there. There's a level of shame over there. There's a level of oh man, now I'm not gonna do that, it looks bad. Here there's no level of that. And if you say anything about it, how dare you? You're insecure. What's shame? You got your fucking titties out. I can see your camel toe. No, what's that? You're insecure. What? But then you gotta marry them, right? But they don't have no type of order. Go ahead. Okay, bring that up.
This is the word shameless in the etymology online. It says lacking a sense of decency.
Man, the chicks of today you can't marry. Oh, matter of fact, there's a precept on that. We're gonna get 36. Go ahead, man.
It says lacking the sense of decency.
No, what's decency? Let's go.
It says priority. The core.
Oh, piety. That's good. Okay, go ahead. Keep going to the core. Go ahead.
It says seamlessness, good taste, respect.
Having fucking yoga pants in a miniskirt is not fucking good taste. That's not good taste, man. Okay? Go ahead.
It says respectability.
And that's not respectable. No one's gonna see they think they want respect, but they're not respectable. They want respect, but they're not fucking respectable, man. Okay? You coming out just a certain way, you're not respectable, man. You see a man, right? Like that dude I showed you. He left his wife and his children, he left them, right, in that shoe and ran away. He's not respectable, man. He's not, no one gets respected. Remember the Edomite said, I despise him. Remember? But he has to be despised. That's not respectable for a man to be. You understand what I'm saying? If a dude slaps you, I'm calling 911. That's not respectable, man. I had this one dude I got vexed with, you know, I said, fucking slap. You know, because he was being an asshole. But I was going after, I had my temper. I slapped the shit out of you, man. Right? But first he was acting tough. That's why I got fucking mad. He did me wrong, and he's acting like, oh, talking like, oh, these dudes take kindness from goodness. Yeah. He's like, leave me alone. You went from being tough. Leave me alone. Right? But that's not respectable. You think I look at this guy, oh, I respect this guy. Okay? There's one thing. There's one thing if I was you know, if I was just being an asshole, it's like I don't want no problem.
Yeah.
But one thing you act in a certain way, anyways. That one.
So like,
Go ahead.
just as we know, as we brought out that precept about how a whore might be known by her idols.
Yes.
The same way with the attire, with the way you appear, the way you dress, the way you talk, that shows who you are.
Bro, you automatically, if a woman is dressed a certain, let's say she's dressed elegant, you automatically show her, naturally show her some
Right.
And it's the same thing with men too. When you dress a particular way, you're gonna get a different type of response. I know that. I've done it. Okay? If Jake's like, if Jake walk with his pants sagging, what is Jake looking at?
They don't sell 40s over here.
It's common sense. But it's common sense. And it's also human psychology. And they do the same thing, right? They do it, them women, they do it heavy. I remember this one time, I said, I'm going to the gym. I wasn't into the, you gotta dress a certain way to go to the gym, but you gotta dress a certain way to go there because they look at it like it's a fashion show.
Yeah.
Around them the old school 2000 shorts. Bro, when I tell you I went into the goddamn, I went to the shop, the pharmacy, brother, the woman met me at the door, brother. What are you doing here? I was like, I'm like a criminal, bro. Let's get some water, yeah? You keep it moving, you know what I'm saying? I was like, God damn. And it was, right? That was a woman, right? So what was she doing? She was judging me on my appearance. You understand? I understood right away. I felt it as I understood exactly what it was about. Because it was the old school, grimy type of, Allen Iverson, you know what I mean? Type of get-ups. You understand what I'm saying?
With the big,
But you can't do it.
oh shit.
You know? Right? So you can't do that no more. Right? Right. So then I went to the gym that was right next. Chick was like, where's your towel? And then you can tell them when they're looking at me with the stick, they're looking at the shorts, But before that, when I was coming in with the jogging pants, everything, So it was, what was it? It was psychology based upon what I was wearing.
Right.
You understand? Everyone does that shit. So for them to say that you looking at them like and you judging them based upon their appearance is wicked. No, it's natural.
That's right.
Go ahead. Especially them, because you having that long pants, that don't mean nothing about. That doesn't say anything about you. Except the fact you're wearing long shorts and you're stuck in 2004. That's all that says. It doesn't say that you're wicked. It doesn't say that you're. It doesn't say nothing about you. But you coming with your titties out, right? That says something about you. Go ahead.
This is James 2 in verse 2. It says, "For if there come unto your assembly a man with a gold ring and goodly apparel,
Right.
and there come and also a poor man
Goodly apparel meaning good clothes, good looking clothes, nice clothes, crisp clothes.
Right? It says, and there come and also a poor man in vile raiment, and ye have respect to him that weareth the gay clothing.
Right.
And say unto him, sit thou here in a good place.
Yes.
And say to the poor man, stand thou there.
Yeah.
Or sit.
That's human. But they're being carnal though. Because that really doesn't say nothing about you. It just says you're poor. It doesn't say anything about your character.
That's right.
Which is important. See, but then it's different with the woman. That says something about her actual character. How undecent she is, how loose she is. Go ahead.
It says, and say unto him, sit thou in a good place, and say to the poor, stand thou there, or sit under my footstool.
Right. Okay. So there we go. That's the psychology. All right. Go ahead, bro. This is you're not gonna go to a job interview with baggy pants, are you? Right? Or even pulling your hair, because even King David, he said to the one that was disabled that he brought into his household, he said what? He said, "Oh, you come to see the king and you don't pull your hair. Do certain things. You gotta make sure there's a way to look cleaner, right? You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So that's why you gotta use wisdom in this world. Go ahead, bro.
This is Ecclesiasticus 19 and verse 20.
And I wanted 36. Don't forget that.
Yeah, I still got it.
You know, okay, let him read this. Go ahead.
Ecclesiasticus 19 and verse 29. A man may be known by his looks, and one that has understanding by his countenance. When thou meetest him, a man's attire and excessive laughter and gait show what he is.
So attire, we went into attire too, right? But it's all of that together though.
Right.
You know, it's attire, his gait, look at his face. That all goes together. And you be important at having poor attire. That doesn't say anything about your character. Right. Okay? But now if the dude is dressing in you got a purple mohawk on. You know what I'm saying? He got a piercing on his tongue. It's a massive scene.
Let me add too. That's why there's an expression of first impression. You know, like you make the example of the job interviews. You know, when you pull up to a job interview, you always gotta have a good first impression based upon how you look. You know, the way you dress, the way you talk. You know, because that's how they make their analysis to if you're gonna get hired or not. You know, they don't know you. Right. You know, that's why people they always judge based upon the appearance. And then after when they get to know you, that's when they apply their judgment system.
And it's funny, a lot of times they'll be accurate about your character before even you get to know you. Right. They'll say certain things too. I'm this you people focus. I thought that you were a wise man when I first saw you. You look at what? Right? I'm not saying I'm just speaking this because we have this knowledge. You know, we have this truth. You see? Right? So, so that was like, okay, you made that assessment of seeing. You know? Which so what you're saying is correct. They don't know you.
Yeah, because even when I went to a job interview once, I wear proper clothing. The guy was like, I wanted to hire you because how you came, the way you dress, I like your jacket, how your hair is combed, But I didn't end up getting the job because I didn't have certain things. But he was basically giving me good words of how I presented myself. He's like, present yourself good to the interview. But unfortunately, I can't hire you because you have something.
Right. Right. That's it. All right. Go ahead, bro. Right to Sirach 26:10. If thy daughter be shameless, keep her in straightly. Let's straighten out. Straightly means what? It's a position of liberty. Meaning you don't give them that liberty. Okay? You're supposed to make sure that they're at home at a certain time. Right? So you can prevent certain things from happening. That's right. All right? So you get mad at that, being controlled and this and but then when they get kidnapped, because a lot of them get kidnapped now, I should have listened. Yeah, you should have listened. Yeah. Because why they're saying that is really for your own protection. Right? But it says less or something happened, they go to a party, get drunk, and then this happened, he did this to me. Like, what the fuck were you there? Like when I was looking at this whole Epstein shit, which he was a freak demon, but it's like why were half of them like what were they doing? Like what were they doing? Yeah. He offered them, let's go take you to the island. Yeah, I'm going. Like did you say you were just whatever? What the fuck you going to the island with this thing? Because listen, they don't have the mental capacity to think for themselves, man. Right. Okay? Yeah, they can make certain thoughts, but they're not on a level to control to be in leadership of themselves. Someone has to lead them.
It was full, man.
That's your fault to who? To Satan. Yeah, Satan. It's their fault to Satan. The whole shit is like, bro, what are you doing? We're going to this old man, to give him a massage, and he turns around, his rod is out there. It's like, what the fuck? And why did you tell yourself no? Because there's one chick that said no. There's one chick that said no and left, right? And then he just made her a recruiter. She was a recruiting chick, right? You understand what I'm saying? That's what she said was good. Then I didn't know what was gonna happen. They're gonna beat me to death. Then why you there? Huh? Yeah. You didn't pull out no knife, but why you there then?
That's a question. Even when I was in the world doing wickedness with them women, I always say, go there and do this. And then just do it. Why? Like, it's in the nature. Satan.
Especially since you were in that demonic energy at that time. They love that shit.
Yeah.
I remember that, brother. I had this fine chick at fucking fine chick, Congolese chick, fine as hell. I mean, was looking like, yo. You know what I'm saying? And I was talking to her anyways. I don't want to get to all the wickedness, but I was talking to her about recruiting. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah.
But you gotta ask why? Because the demonics, they like demons.
They like demons. Yeah.
whispering.
Like going off.
They like going off, because it's something that makes them feel fuzzy inside.
Yeah.
Right? This is why they could not lead themselves. Well, you know, we're going to go into this kind of, I just want to paraphrase this precept. That's what it says. That's why it says in Job that the Most High deprived her of understanding.
Yeah.
Like the brothers are going into, she can't think for herself. There has to be a man set in place to make decisions for her. She can't make decisions, man. But she doesn't have understanding. She can't discern between right and wrong. You know? But if she was truly like this, put me to death, do what you gotta do.
That's what I'm saying.
If she was truly like yeah, you're right, yo, you're right.
You actually get aroused by being deceived.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But this is why they cannot lead themselves. This is why the father has to say, no, don't do that, you stay your ass at home. That's why the husband said, no, you're not going there, you stay your ass at home unless I'm coming with you to supervise you. Okay, because they cannot lead themselves.
That's right.
That's why the serpent, he sold the fantasy unto Eve. And that's why, again, and he didn't go to Adam. So,
well, we're about to get into that. Hold your thoughts, bro. Hold on. Just hold it on there.
Against Sirach 26 and 10. If thy daughter be shameless, keep her in straining.
You're all shameless. Go ahead.
Lest she abuse herself through overmuch liberty.
Right, through overmuch liberty. Right, that's her abuse. She'll abuse herself. Them chicks that was on the island, they abused themselves.
Yeah.
Oh, you wait a minute, this was all, yes, you all saying yes, this, that, you pulled out the thing, you started slobbing on it. What's up? What's up? What's up? You know what I mean? You know? He didn't, the times when he got a little abusive was when you were on the island. Because he was on a fucking island. His own night, that's why he felt comfortable. You know? Because he felt comfortable.
What the fuck?
True nature came out, and the true nature, these devils will come fill that shit with. But I can't lie. I was kind of giggling at that because, like, okay, now his true nature came out.
Yeah.
Before that, it was all, like, you know, if you want to, you know, go put it on, you know, see what happens. Oh, you want this opportunity, don't you? You want this money, don't you? You know, like, people want the money, so, right? You understand what I'm saying? So, wait a minute, you made a conscious decision.
Right.
You made a conscious decision to follow after the Satan.
That's right.
But then, let them tell it, oh, I was manipulated. What does that mean? Yeah, you were manipulated by Satan.
Yeah.
Okay? That ain't no Jedi mind trick to turn around to tell you. That's the oldest trick in the first one. The massage is the oldest trick. Let me give you a massage. I used to do that when I was a kid. Let me do a massage. Give you a massage. And they know what it is. Come on, bro. Come on, brother. Oh, you're coming at 2 a.m. to give me a massage. What manner of massage is this? Okay? You know what I'm saying? And they'll get popping off during the massage. I'll give us a little kiss there. So you know what it is. You understand? So he just kept, and I swear he just kept using the same shit over and over and over again. It was all, yeah, they can't. So watch out. It was always no cold. They came, invited him to do the massage, and then I saw this guy was all dead, naked on the table. And he turned, and then he was doing the massage, and he flipped around. I'm like, yo, are you serious? You got caught by that shit? Are you serious? Really? That was the great deception? That was the great deception. Give me a fucking break. That was the great Jedi mind trick that he pulled on you. Right? That's like, you know? It's like, yo, I'm thinking, yo, he did this, did witchcraft, and, you know what I mean? Start showing the images, and it triggered something in the background. No. It was something simple. Yeah. But because you had that liberty to do what you wanted to do, you ended up in that bad situation.
That's right.
Go ahead. So let's get 36. I got it.
This is Ecclesiasticus 36 and verse 25, verse 24. He that getteth the wife, he getteth the possession.
What's a possession?
That's something that, as a matter of fact, look at the word possession. I don't want a man to think he owns me. Yeah, guess what? The husband is supposed to own me.
Yep.
That's according to the scripture. That's biblical right there. Okay?
Right.
Let me know when you got that. Read that out.
This is the word possession. It says act, in the etymology online, it says act or fact of holding, occupying, or owning.
Owning. Okay?
Ownership.
Simple as that. So can he tell you what to do? Yes, he owns you. Right? You're supposed to be his servant.
Right.
That's why in this society, if the woman doesn't take your name, man, that's already, man, that's already a red flag, man. That's the ultimate sign of disrespect. Because that name that represents that, yo, that's mine.
Well,
if she doesn't
you
want to
already
take your
fucked up.
name,
Yeah, that's dealing with a woman that doesn't want to take your last name. You already fucked up. You already got a super polluted. But anyways, the thing is this, though, right? I understand why certain, like, listen, you can say, okay, you don't get married in society. It's not smart. It's not a smart move. It's not legally, it's not smart the way it's set up. But I could understand if you had, listen, I could have some leeway if the dude got a chick from foreign that has like super traditional values, but you don't want to deal with a dude unless yes, man. See, I wouldn't, I'm trying to just listen, man. We just get we'll do a little, ceremony and everyone would know, But I can understand that more because I understand where she's coming from a mindset of this is the only way to really mean that, that we're together.
Right.
So I can understand that, right? But you're dealing with these modern women of today, and this is the Western society. You'll come forward, bro. All right, the Western society. That's stupid. That's retarded. It makes zero sense. Go ahead.
Yeah, it says, or owning, it says, taking possession, occupation.
Right.
It says also they possess that which is possessed.
Well, that's it. That's it. Okay, there's something good on it?
It says material or landed property.
Right. Yeah, which is not material. It's actually, it's a being, but it's still owned. Yeah. Okay.
I wanted to say just to add to the definition, because even just to add to the definition, because even in the law, what proves that the woman is your possession, because if she were to go and make a certain vow, you get the final say so.
If I may add to that point too, because you know what's good for like your possession. Like example, cattle, you know what's good for them. So you're not gonna allow them to go certain places or do certain things. That's the same case like the brother's going into the vow.
He compared me to a cattle. Yeah. The Heavenly Father compared us to worms.
Yeah.
So what's your problem?
We're not wrong.
Go ahead.
This is Numbers 30 and verse 10. And if she vowed in her husband's house or bound her soul by a bond with an oath, and her husband heard it and held his peace at her and disallowed her not, then all her vows shall stand.
Meaning what? He had the say so in that. He had the final say so in that. That's what it means, disallowed her not. Okay, meaning he didn't allow her to do it. Right? You're supposed to have the say so in what they do. Right? Go ahead.
Then all her vows shall stand, and every bond wherewith she bond her soul shall stand. But if her husband had utterly made them void on the day he heard them, then whatsoever proceeded out of her lips concerning her vows or concerning the bond of her soul shall not stand. Her husband had made them void, and the Lord Yahweh shall forgive her.
That's it. That's it. All right. And guess what? The father could do the same thing. It's the husband or the father could make it void, depending on whose house they're in at that time. You understand? There was no such thing as I'm gonna go get an apartment by myself. That's Western madness. They're not capable of leading themselves. Why the hell would they have an apartment by themselves? It doesn't make any sense. They need to be guided. What are you talking about? That's why the majority of the evictions is from the women. Right? Getting evicted, especially you end ups, man. Okay? Because you living this soft little life. Getting all this shit you can't fucking afford.
This is statistics that are saying that landowners are hesitant to loan it to single black women.
That's it. Because they know they won't pay. They'll feel it, because they don't got it to pay. Okay? Go ahead, bro. And a lot of women in general too. They're skeptical about lending it to women in general too. Go ahead.
Ecclesiastes 36 and verse 25, where no hedges, the possession is spoiled.
Right, that's perfect, exactly. Where no hedges, the possession is spoiled. So they're our possession. So if you don't have a hedge around them, meaning keeping them in straightly, meaning not allowing them to do what they want to do, putting the borders around, it's going to be spoiled. Now look at the word spoiled, bro. Okay? That's what's going to happen, man.
I mean, too, even with the child, you know, he needs restrictions. You know, he needs to be busy. That's what the scriptures say. You know, if you have a kid, keep him busy while he's still in his youth. You know, so that he doesn't become wicked and his wicked ways, you know, follow you.
And you're supposed to be strict.
Yeah, strict.
Just to build up what you were saying, that's why a lot of parents, they give their kids extracurricular activities.
Right.
You know, like they'll make them play soccer or basketball, but to keep them busy so that they don't run out, you know, in the streets and they start doing wickedness with their friends. You know, like that boondocks. Cigarettes with our friends. This is the word spoil and the etymology online. It says, spoil and the etymology online, it says, strip someone violently of clothes. It says, strip a slain enemy. It says,
That's a Google?
etymology online. Get on Google?
No, Google.
Oh, come. This is the word spoil in the regular Google definition. It says, diminish or destroy the value or quality of.
Right, so that's what happens. So when they start to have this liberty, they start to destroy their own quality. What's that? What? Being whores, sleeping around, you know, be abusing themselves. That's why, you know, if you get a chick that's older, she gonna have more trauma, more messed up relationship history. So she's gonna be more messed up in the fucking head, right? Because she's spoiled, right? Okay, you didn't get her at that time when she didn't had too much access to the world, right? Yeah. You know, go ahead.
It says,
And then she get mad. You wonder why she's getting mad? She didn't even really get mad at you, probably. She get mad at the ex. But the experience is messing with her.
Yeah.
You think of what he did or the last 5 exes. That's tainted, man. And then you say, I'm gonna put my stamp on this and put on a risk and give it a ring. You're not thinking. You're not thinking. Go ahead, man.
it says, harm the character of someone, especially a child. It says, goods stolen or taken forcibly from a person or place.
Right. Oh, right. Because then she'll be taken. Because
That's right. I take it.
That's why you'll go. Come on.
He's like, wait,
That's why you'll go to these different YouTube channels, right? And you'll see them. Oh, you go to pick up girls from.
Right.
It's not. Oh, it's water. Right. It's water. Especially in America, because that's
guys speak Aramaic?
the loosest woman.
Can I
Right.
talk?
But that's no. You can't talk.
I can't talk.
No, you can't talk.
I'm not the right
You can't talk
color.
over
Is that what it's all
there.
about?
You can talk over there. All right.
I'm trying to make a nice conversation.
We're not having a conversation. You can't see we're doing something.
No, I'm interested in what y'all do.
Well, anyway,
Right, mate?
but like I said, man, they'll be hollering at those chicks, right? And they'll be getting a number like what? And then they'll be like, oh, I got a boyfriend. And I got a man. They'll do like a little resistance, and they'll say, oh, what that got to do with me is just in case something happens. Okay, I'll give you this on my Instagram. What's that? That's the opening. That's the opening. That right there is that opening for that.
That's right.
For that tape. And that's all it takes is that little opening. And they're down with the opening. To them, there's no problem with the opening. Right? Because that's what the society has taught them. It's feminism. Okay? So that's what it's taught them. There's no guilt in it. There's no wrong with that. Right? But that's the whole thing. They're the weaker vessel. So those little openings lead to them being broken down. And it's not even, don't take much to break them. No, it don't take much.
No, my
Go
favorite
watch
text is Isaiah
go watch
53.
UDI. Hey, we're doing something.
Isaiah
Hey,
53,
Demon, we're
right?
doing something, man. We're doing something.
Talking to him.
We're doing something. It doesn't matter.
It really doesn't matter. I'm not a child. I'm not 5 years old
Go down the street, man. Go down the street.
I'm on the street,
Okay,
sidewalk here.
Satan. Okay,
Public
Satan.
sidewalk.
And the spirit is feeling. How about Shemal Shai curse you?
In the name of
Go
Yeshua, I
ahead,
curse
man.
you
Go
too.
ahead.
You're cursing
In the
me.
name of Yahweh Shemal Shai curse you.
Yahuwah. That's his name. Yo, he ain't God's name.
Slack, read that, man. Calm down.
Yeah, he's been.
Yeah, it says, spoil again. It says,
I'll listen.
goods stolen or taken forcibly from a person or place.
Right, taken forcibly, right? So that's what? That's through what? Through words, man. Because, like I said, I'm saying, basically UDY
right? There's a particular channel where they find people who are, hey man, back up, man. Hey, that's it, I'm leaving. Back up.
I'm far away.
Okay, good.
I'm
Yeah,
not a
leave.
Grand City
Back up, man. Don't get so close to me, man. We don't like
It's not COVID.
We don't like, it doesn't matter. We don't want you close to us, man. Back up, bro.
I'm not.
Back up, bro.
Am I gonna give you the
Back
alien
up,
disease?
bro.
I'm not
It
even
doesn't matter.
here.
Back up, man. Go ahead. Basically,
losing hyper.
you back up, man.
Back up. I'm not gonna. I won't listen to a cop. I'm gonna listen to you.
Listen, man. UDY, right? That show, right? Come over here, man. I don't trust these devils, man. And UDY, that show, right? Basically, it's showing you them people how easy it is for them to cheat.
Right.
As long as the dude got a particular money or he knows how to speak a particular way, okay? They'll be down with that. You know, and it doesn't take long. That show doesn't go on for months.
Right.
Breaking down the woman. It's
white kids coming.
a day.
White devils coming.
And then all of a sudden, they basically they fold. Okay? So that's showing you why? Because they have too much goddamn liberty.
Right. Too much.
Too much liberty. But that's the truth. That's the truth. All right? And that was one of them shows that was proven to be the truth.
You ain't gonna win no discernment.
Okay? Go ahead.
If I may add too, even in that, you know, that the guy that runs that channel, you know, those are just actors, you know, and they package it to the, like when, you know, they package it to the woman, like what they're telling the women about their money. They have this house. That's how it's they're selling it to them, you know, and they fall for that, man, just like that, you know, because it's not even true. The guy doesn't have that amount of money. The guy doesn't, you know, he's not that high of a status. He's just selling it to them. And some of the girls, they go as far as, you know, doing things that same, you know, might kiss him, that same, you know, without even checking if he's actually what he's saying is true.
Getting ready to have sex.
Yeah,
Right? Getting ready to have sex. There's a dude there that's real good. The tall Jake, you know, he's dangerous. Right? But like he you know, he get them, you know, and then the same night they want to deal with it. You know? You understand what I'm saying? But you know, so this is to show you, man. This is to show you they're not supposed to be allowed to do these things. And it's not even so much, I need to find this one is righteous. Forget about finding righteous. I'm telling even you brothers that have women, I don't think a woman is righteous. Okay, really, if you're not listening to your commands and what you tell them to do, hey, brother, you're in a bad situation. Don't marvel. What's 36? Just add up to the point, because even in Micah it says, you know, okay, all right, man, take care, man. Yeah, even no problem. We just want to continue.
We're gonna have circumcised heart too.
So go ahead. Even in Micah it says that, you know, that wife shall be a harlot in the city. So proving to you that these women that don't belong to you. Because even me and the brothers were watching that video. What was that? The Slight what's it called again? Swirls? Swirl Society. Swirl Society. There was one of the videos. You know, a Jake, you know, basically was hollering that they'll be swirled in the nuclear. Yeah. No, they were hollering at, you know, a group of Edomites, and then there was one chick in there. She had a literal boyfriend that was there, you know, with her, and then the Jake just came and picked up his girlfriend like this. You know what I'm saying? Like it belonged to him. And then she looked like she was not. She looked at the boyfriend like she didn't do nothing wrong. You know, the guy was like, "What are you doing? Get off him!" You know, showing you that these women they don't belong to. The guy literally picked her up, bro. Like, yo, he picked her up like this, man.
Fed into it.
Yeah, but that's late, you know. These are the things that happen in society, man. Because there's no order, there's no decency, there's no righteousness, man. You know, it's all do as thou wilt. It's all loose Satanism. You know.
Nowadays, you're not even a woman, because if you go into the definition, it's what female servant, and they're not here to serve you. They serve their own belly. Serve their own pleasure.
Wait till all hell breaks loose. Then we're gonna see something change, man. You know, and we're gonna know what's up, man. There's gonna be a very few that's gonna make it out of this time, man. Go ahead, brother.
Ecclesiastes 36 and verse 25, where no hedges, there the possession is spoiled. And he that hath no wife will wander up and down mourning.
Okay, go ahead. Okay, good. Hold on. Okay. Well, we'll read what you got at 26.
Okay, Isaiah,
That's 36. That's 36.
Sirach 26 and 11. Watch over an impudent eye and marvel not if you trespass against me.
Yeah, you gotta watch over him. All right, you know, they basically be what they call control.
Yeah.
They try to shame you out of that shit. But hey, if you don't, then guess what? Then you know what I'm saying? You don't even know if that child's yours in this game. You understand? That's why we know that statistic, 40%. Right? That's because they want to watch it over with no infinite eye. Well, really, you can't in this society. You know, you could try. You know, you could try. But if they listen to you. You know, but then they're going to be looking at the social media and they're going to convince themselves they're being oppressed. You understand what I'm saying? Yeah, straight up. You know, she's allowed to do this and that, right? Because the goddamn social media.
Most of the time, they're going to let you control them in the wicked environment. If you participate in the wicked environment with them, it's all good.
Yeah.
You know?
Pimping, drug dealing.
Yeah.
You know?
It's okay.
You got the crackheads in the back room. Oh, right? You know? That's when they'll listen. But if you're righteous and you're doing things right, this is boring. I'm oppressed.
Yeah, that's right.
I want to be independent. I feel like I'm not living life.
Yeah. I'm missing out. Yeah.
That's crazy. Even with the much liberties, even the fact that they are work 8 hours a day.
That's too much.
8 hours is ridiculous. They are work, and then they have such a thing as work husband.
That's crazy.
Come on, man.
Because you're spending all that time. Because you're spending all that time with them. Which is obviously what happens is, like you said, the rest of they start to get an attachment to money.
Yeah.
You know, and especially dudes spend game.
Oh.
What's going on? You know what I mean? Like I've been in certain situations where it's like I was like, damn, I was kind of going off because it's like, and I was going off, right? Because it was getting too familiar. You know what I'm trying to say? It was too familiar with the chick. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You seeing her every day, and they always be laughing at you, cracking jokes, and laughing and shit. You know? You start to get out, and then the people at work were like, oh, let's go to a bar. Oh, you know, she's there, and you know.
Yeah.
You guys get twisted. And you notice her feet are turned towards you. Right? It's a psychological sign. You know, so it's like a lot of wickedness, man. Then you get vexed because it's like, well, you pop into a chick that don't have to man. It's like, you know, these different shits. Right? But then someone who got a man, it's this easy piece. So that's to show you how wicked this society is, man. How backwards and evil it is, man. This is why we need up, man. We need this place to be taken down, man. Okay?
That's right.
So it's like not only they're spoiled, but also in the mind too.
That's the main place they're spoiled. The main place is in the mind.
Right, bro. Verse 12. She will open her mouth as a thirsty traveler when he hath found a fountain, and drink of every water near her. By every hedge will she sit down.
Meaning what? She'll be dealing with all these different men all this time. That's what it means. Okay? Why? Because you're not washing over with an impudent eye. You're not able to tell her, you sit your ass out. You better not fucking leave the house, man. Okay? They don't slam the door and leave. They go, the neighbors are gonna call the police. She's like, there's beef, domestic violence going on. You know? You see what I'm saying? Because it's fucking wicked, man. Right? But like I said, you go back and watch those different little YouTube channels and shit. And Jake is hollering at these chicks and asking them all these different questions. What's your kinks? What's this and that? You know? And you hear the shit coming out of these bitches, bro. And you hear these chicks be having men and all these things, you know? And the dude will say, give me your number at the end of all these talk, all these chicks. It's rare you see them say no.
Yeah.
You know? Especially because Jake is smooth and shit.
Yeah.
You know? There's dangerous Jakes out there. You don't want 10 miles to pick up your girl. You find out she went to a party and you were there, man. Oh, shit. Right? What are you doing here? What are you doing? What happened? You know, I was gonna do a different action, you know. He saw he Israelites abusers.
Like that guy.
I'm just keeping it real,
Like that guy in the movie with King David. Where she was, he doesn't deal with me, he just speaks to me.
That wasn't even true. That didn't even happen. That was just some madness. That was Hollywood bullshit. I forgot about that. There's nowhere in the scripture says, oh, yes, Uriah came home drunk. Kicking ass. No, that's not the scripture, man. These are we making up shit that you don't need to make up. Like there's an excuse why she did it. Ain't no fucking excuse. Go ahead. By every hedge, she sit down and open her quiver against every arrow. Right, like I said, it's perfectly displayed in those videos. You see that the internet and the TV that is exposing a lot of wickedness that goes on around us. You know, and you can see it with your own observable reality. But when you go out, shit, like, you can see it. Man. You know what I'm saying? You see these things happening live. You know, even with you yourself, you go out, you say, oh shit. You know, talk about it. Oh shit, you got a man. You know, like I got a number of a chick, being straight. I got a number of a chick the other day. I didn't know she had it. I didn't know she had it. You know, because the way she was acting. You know, I remember there was one time I was at the party, the same chick was hugging me from the back. You know, this chick was like all over chick. You know, I didn't know. You know what I mean? But then, you know what I'm saying? But then, the thing is, another thing is, if you ask about it, it makes everything happen. Yeah. So you better, how I do, I ask in a particular, I ease it.
But let's say that she hid it so much, and then you get with her, and then you found out after you did commit adultery, right?
Well, I mean,
because it's
yeah,
your
of course it's adultery.
it's your responsibility.
Of course it's adultery.
You have to know.
Of course it's adultery. Of course it's adultery. You know what I mean? But guess what? We're all adulterers.
Yeah, obviously.
You know, if they're doing it intentionally,
that's different.
That's wickedness.
That's different.
It's all wicked. It's all wrong.
Yeah.
But there's a difference. You know what I'm saying? You know the majority of these escorts out here. You know the majority of them have what they consider boyfriends.
That's what I was saying the other day. I was saying.
What's that about? That's fucking confusion.
Yeah.
These strippers out there. That's confusion. Right? But that's confusion. How can you be a harlot? It's confusion. You understand what I'm saying? So this whole situation is just messed up. Just make sure you know you do the best of your ability to find out, and then you know whether they have it or they don't. You know, you gotta try to assess things in the spirit.
Prostitute is hard though.
Huh?
A prostitute is hard to know.
But that's the thing.
Yeah.
You understand? This whole place needs to be destroyed.
That's right.
You need a restart, man.
Right, that's the reset.
That's why Yahweh said that this is an adulterous generation.
Yeah.
Adultery is running rampant everywhere, man.
Beautiful,
Because what? Adultery starts off with the mind. You know, even, like the brother was going into, you might go to a bar and meet a chick, and then you come to find out later on she has a man, but in your mind you're already thinking about, I'm gonna say this and end up tonight, be in the hotel with it. That's adultery right there. Not even then, you see a girl pass by, you start lusting, that's adultery. You don't know if the girl has a man. That's why Yahweh said that this is an adulterous generation.
He said that back then.
It's madness, a lot of madness, and a lot of times the spirit will reveal it.
Yeah.
It's pretty much confusing, but most of the time, right? The brother say, "Oh, it didn't reveal it to me." Right? He said, "I don't know this." You know what I mean? I know me, it reveals it. That's how I know. It's just boom, boom, boom. And then pretty much right after, just to let you know that I have this and that. Oh yeah, well, thank you for letting me know.
Yeah.
Even with the
No.
Over here, anybody's car is paid a bill.
I think it's a car that's been there a minute.
Yeah, it's been there for a minute.
It's got like 30.
That's 30 tickets.
I don't know, but it has very tickets.
Oh, okay, so check.
The BMW?
Yeah, you see
It's been there for 2 weeks.
2 weeks, wow.
Then we got one part weird too.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead, brother.
This is James 4, verse 17. Therefore, to him that knoweth to do good and doeth it not, to him it is sin.
Yeah, same with sin. Ain't that know what to do good and do it bad. Right? So that's it, man. So this whole situation is just messed up, man. You know what I mean? It's a messed up, fucked up situation, you know? And you always gotta kind of be spiritual on your P's and Q's, man. You know, to see what you're doing and making sure everything is copacetic. But like we're all adulterers. I'm an adulterer. We're all got to deal with women in today's society. You're an adulterer.
Yeah.
100%. 100%.
Yeah. The right question you're supposed to say is, your man is dead.
Right?
Yeah.
But even if it's dead, she dealt with a man before him.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah.
So it's all adultery. It's all adultery, man. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's it.
Sorry. 1 Timothy 2 and verse 9. In like manner also, that women adorn themselves in modest apparel,
Yeah.
with shamefacedness.
And really, if this is a place that's in order, a woman should be, if she's married, should be dressed in a particular way.
Oh, yeah.
And a woman that's single should be dressed in a particular way. A widow. But they have their particular attires, man. Right. So you don't gotta fucking question that shit, man. That just makes everything, that's order. That just makes everything make sense. It's like, you feel comfortable. Oh, she's single. Walk down.
Right.
See that one? Oh, God.
Easy, yeah.
Look at that, man. You see through the dress and some type of shit. You know what I'm saying? Because now you know that's a single woman.
Right.
But now we're looking at these bitches in yoga pants and the ashes going like this. Right? And it's not just going like that's shaking at the bottom. Right? When you look, you don't know who, you don't know. Right? Right there your commitment goes.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
It says, in like manner also, that women adorn themselves in modest apparel, with shamefacedness and sobriety.
Oh, shame and see? No, virtual women don't supposed to be shamefaced, man. They're supposed to be all bold, looking in the eyes, and walking. You know? Crazy. Bitches, right? Yeah, that's right. Right.
It says, not with browned hair, or gold, or pearls, or costly array.
That's just going into basically not seeking attention. That's really what that's going into. All right, go ahead.
It says, but which becometh woman professing godliness with good works. No, that's important.
Yeah. So did you read 36?
Yeah, I can read that. Ecclesiasticus 36, and I'm going to start at verse 24. He that getteth a wife begetteth a possession.
Right.
A help like unto himself.
Help. Going back to what? Going back to what? Adam. Go ahead.
And a pillar of rest.
Right.
Where no hedges, there the possession is spoiled. And he that hath no wife will wander up and down mourning.
Right. So now go to 1 Timothy, specific chapter. Okay. You went for 1 Timothy, specific chapter? No. Go down to the bottom. And go below the sun.
Okay. 1 Timothy 2 and verse 11, it says, let the woman learn in silence with all subjection.
Subjection meaning what? To be under rule, under control. Right? All right?
It says, but I suffered not a woman to teach, nor to usurp authority over the man.
Yeah, well, that's simple and plain. You don't have to bring them down. You don't need to get a multitude of definitions. Okay? You're not supposed to usurp authority over the man because the man is over. Right. It tells you the order. Right?
It says, but I suffer not a woman to teach, nor to usurp authority over the man, but to be in silence. For Adam was... It says, for Adam was first formed, then Eve.
Adam was first formed, then Eve. They were created for us. This is what you guys don't understand. You were created for us. We weren't created for you. All right? We are your purpose. Right?
And Adam was not deceived, but the woman being deceived.
See, you have to understand what's being said here. The woman was, the reason why we're telling you about putting these restrictions is because she was the one that was deceived. Right? So if you let them to their own devices, they're going to be deceived. That's why they have to be in subjection. Go ahead.
It says,
Silly woman laden with sin, carried away by their diverse lusts, because they what? Because they're the weaker beast. That's why they need to be under control. Anything outside of that is madness. Go ahead.
it says, and Adam was not deceived.
Yeah, but you can't bring that to the church. Right? They don't want to hear that. Go ahead.
It says, and Adam was not deceived, but the woman being deceived was in the transgression. I have that word deceived. It says, it says swindle. The word deceived, it says in the regular Google definition, it says swindle. To be unfaithful.
Tinder swindle.
Trick. It's easy to trick you. You know? Hey, come on, give me a massage. You know? Come on, he's naked. Come on, man. You know? Oh, what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? That was the great deception. That's the great. If anyone wants to know the great deception, well, watch that. Yeah, how did I get it? You see his butt cheeks out, you know there's nothing swimming in. Come on, man. Go ahead, bro.
It says, be unfaithful to, be disloyal to, be untrue to, be inconstant
You
to.
know, one of them was funny. So I nigga said, this dude's like evil. No, one was funny was when chick said he was gonna modeling, so he's gonna bring a modeling career up. He said, I don't know, I went into the house and just told me to go inside the room because Epstein wants Jeff wants his foot massage. and then you're thinking, oh, then surely she rejected it and left because it wasn't what he thought, right? And you know that was massaging it. Go ahead, man. Huh? Go ahead, bro.
One of the words for deceive, it says, throw dust in someone's eyes. Through confusion.
So you don't know what to do, you don't know what to turn, you don't see anything, right? So this is why they need to be guided, right? Oh, them leading themselves, right? The blind leading the blind, right?
It says, going back to 1 Timothy 2 and verse 14, and Adam was not deceived.
That's why the biggest cases of domestic violence is amongst those lesbian couples, right? Because they're in this chaos, complete chaos and violence. Right.
And Adam was not deceived, but the woman being deceived was in the transgression.
Yep.
Notwithstanding, she shall be saved in childbearing if they continue in the faith and charity and holiness with sobriety.
That's it. Holiness is sobriety. All right? Go ahead.
This is Genesis, yeah. This is Genesis 3 and verse 16. It says, unto the woman he said, I will greatly multiply thy sorrow. And
this is because what she was deceived by the serpent. So the Lord made a decree, made a proclamation. Okay?
It says, I will greatly multiply thy sorrow and thy conception. And sorrow thou shalt bring forth children.
That's going into those birth pains. Okay, but our women in the kingdom, they're not going to have birth pains. That curse is going to be taken off in the kingdom. Go ahead.
It says, and thy desire shall be to thy husband.
Yeah, so your desire is not supposed to be to your goddamn career, right? If their desire is to their career, their job, guess what? They can't be fulfilled. I don't care what they tell me. It's impossible. Because you can only be fulfilled if they fulfill your purpose. All right? And the purpose was to be to the husband. It's to be to the man. Because that's why they were created. You know? Go ahead.
Yeah, so that even the career, that's another guise of deception pertaining to the freedom, because they think that if they succeed, if they have a successful career, they're going to be free. In the sense they can make their own decision, they have their money. Because again, you know, a woman, she's on a time clock. You know, so the years that she's supposed to have children, Isa is keeping her in the schools. You're already 18 when we finish high school. From 18 to, let's say 24.
Or 16.
So, 16. But then you finish college around 20, 22, 24.
Depending on what the best. Yeah, but it's like you said, it's the prime years of the virgin, you know?
Because I saw, I think I read an article about teachers. He's like, you know, we don't want the idea of a family that we want in Russia is that that a family has at least 3 children, because population is going down. So we want to have more and more children in the family. So in the sense that we're going to help women. Instead of focusing more on school, our idea is to focus them on starting the family younger. Because at the age of if you go to school and go through all that process for your career, you're gonna be at 28. That's when you're gonna have your first child. 28 or 24, 28. But then even that first 2, you barely have one and then you're done. You know.
Yeah.
So they're in Russia, their mindset is that we want families to have children.
Just to let back, you were saying that even women, when they give birth in their youth, the children, they come out stronger compared to when, she gets a child in their 30s, 40s, that child's going to be weaker in the mind and body. But when you bring in the youth, that's when you know you have a strong child. And also, mass majority of these women that chase careers, when they get to an age like a 40, they're miserable. You know, no kids, nothing. All they have is dogs and cats in the apartment, in the condo, and miserable. You know, and then they hear friends talking about, oh, I brought my child, you know, to this recital, all that, looking with an evil eye. That's what they didn't fulfill their purpose. You know, showing you that the woman, her desire is supposed to be towards her husband and bring forth children.
And,
Right?
and then her mission is to convert them,
Yeah.
younger women, to be like
Yeah, and then she tries to flex, say, I'm going to Dubai or whatever, I'm going to Punta Cana, blah, 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 but she's empty inside, man.
That's right.
You know, even when the woman, let's say she gets her uterus damaged and it has to be removed, they get how do you say that? They feel like a piece of them got taken away, like empty. Because you're as a woman, you're supposed to have your uterus to bring forth a child, and then when they don't have that, they're like shit. They start crying and shit because they realize they can't fulfill their purpose to bring forth children.
It's like
Because that's what they are, incubators for the seed to go inside, and then you bring forth the child. And then when they don't have that, they're miserable, man. You know, even if they don't want to have a children, they're still like fuck.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not fulfilling my purpose.
It's like taking the engine out the car.
Yeah.
They're confused, man. They're confused. They're not guided.
Back to Genesis.
I had a point on, you have multiple women in the scriptures that didn't feel fulfilled because they didn't have children.
Yeah.
You had Sarah, Rachel Abraham's wife, you had Hannah, the mother of Hannah, the mother of Samuel.
Yeah.
You also had Rebecca. Well, Rachel was one. Rachel, she didn't have, she only had men.
Right.
And Joseph.
No, Rachel. Not Rebecca. It's like Rachel. Rebecca, she had to go to the prophet to ask for the Lord, you know? That's true. Pretty much all of them. Anyone who couldn't have a child, Hannah, you know, they prayed to the Lord because, you know, they were reproached and shamed of them. Yeah. Of course, they wanted that. That's what fulfilled them, man. When we see them move with a lot of children, you know, they're more fulfilled, you know? They get to look at their children and they have to see they're happy to be around the children, you know? The ones that are right in their mind. A lot of these women ain't right. Like a lot of black child women, they understand that, you know?
Rachel and Hannah, I believe they were, Hannah and Rachel, they both saw how the other wives, they had children, so they envied it. So they were, even Hannah was being mocked for not being for a child. So that feeling, you know, like you said, it's their purpose. So they have to fulfill it, especially in the ancient days.
John the Baptist money.
Yep. Right. Back to Genesis 3, verse 16. Again, it says, unto the woman he said, I will greatly multiply thy sorrow and thy conception. It says, in sorrow thou shalt bring forth children, and thy desire shall be to thy husband, and he shall rule over thee.
Yeah, why? Because he saw the wickedness that happened when she was able to rule Rome free. He said, listen, man, you have to listen to him. You got to be under control of him because you see the chaos that happened. And Esau's, as it were, Esau's completely became powerful from the man. You understand what I'm saying? So now it's complete chaos to the highest degree. Right?
Go ahead. 1 Corinthians 11 and verse 3. But I would have you know that the head of every man is a Mashayat, and the head of the woman is the man, and the head of a Mashayat is Yahweh.
Point blank period. Simple and clean. Alright? So what's going to happen after this? The Lord is going to turn that thing upside down. Yahweh Shem Yahushua is going to turn this thing right side up. Right? Alright? So that this thing's going to flourish. Alright? Like as in the Garden of Eden. Alright? Because right now it's being destroyed. It's being completely destroyed. Alright, go ahead.
This is Isaiah 29:16. Surely your turning of things upside down shall be esteemed as the potter's clay. For shall the word say of him that made it, he made me not? Or shall the thing framed say of him that framed it, he had no understanding?
And that's what Esau is saying, that the ways of the Most High is without understanding. Okay? So he's being proud, he's being arrogant. guess what? The Al-Bashir tries to destroy you, man.
That's right.
Bring this the right way. Because listen, man, if you're really paying attention, you see that this way is terrible. Right. It's a terrible way to live. You know, it's a low quality of life, man. All the Uber Eats in the world can't man. Good.
Numbers 30, verse 3. If a woman also vow a vow unto the Lord and bind herself by bond, being in her father's house in a youth. Verse 5. But if her father,
Oh no, we read that before. We read the other one with the husband. But that's the same. It's the same. I want to kind of switch gears a bit more. Go ahead.
Real quick, Wisdom of Solomon 14, and I'll start at 23. For whilst they slew their children in sacrifices, or used secret ceremonies, or made reveling of strange rites, they kept neither lives nor marriages any longer undefiled.
Right.
But
That's the disorder of this thing. So all these things have become defiled. Go ahead.
but either one slew another treacherously or grieved them by idolatry.
That's it. By adultery. Right. That's it. Okay. Because there was a lack of order. Right. You look at how even it's even tainted the food supply is tainted. The water supply is tainted. You know, showing this place is as wicked as can be. You know, the heathen always had the things painted, but not to this level. Not to this level, man. Because if you go down to Elam, where Elam's at in India, you know, you fucking making Nazar with his feet. Oh, you know, so you know.
See what? I didn't hear it. With his
I
feet?
said, if you go to Elam, you know, you making Nazar with your all kind of nastiness goes on.
Oh no,
You make this
I seen
about-
that on YouTube.
Yeah, there's a lot of different nastiness, you know. And then Moab, we're not going to talk about Moab. Moab, you know, you already know. I would be on a water fast. If I had to do it. Well, you seem like you're in the spirit, man. Heavy in the spirit. Alright, you know? I didn't eat for weeks. Yeah, because why? Because of this heathen. Alright? You got something? You got something else?
Job chapter 10 and verse 21. Before I go whence, I shall not return, even to the land of darkness and the shadow of death. A land of darkness as darkness itself, and of the shadow of death, without any order. And where the light is as darkness.
Right, there's no order in this kingdom, especially in America. You know? And that's why there's a woman that can ease in America. Let me tell you, brother. Every American chick I dealt with, they're always easy, brother. It's easy. I don't even know how they don't got there. How they get chicks over there. I mean, fuck. You know what I mean? Them chicks is so easy, brother. Like, the way you see them, you get the number that's just really like that.
More than the French girl here?
Of course, brother. Of course, bro. It's easier, bro. The whole process is easier over there. Everything is easier over there. It's just the most. Well, that's the how does it say? The mother of harlots. Right.
Yeah.
That's why, you know, there's a lot of the diseases over there too, because you know all that sexually transmitted disease. You know, especially Miami, Florida. You know, they be having their parties and shit. You know, which I'm pretty sure that video that we saw back that pool party and the Jake just literally ripped out his rod and then right in the party that the chick was slurping up his rod, man. Live on camera in the party, bro.
I didn't watch that video, but
I didn't come to that. That was serious, you know? That was serious, brother.
Yeah, I see it, bro.
I believe what he said, bro. So, okay. So that happened at a particular pool? Yeah, but that's the wickedness. That's the wickedness about it. Not even the pool, brother. Yeah, protection has nothing about it. It's easy peasy. There you go. Go ahead. Yeah, it's
So that they even another thing about this thing, a lot of these women they deal with most too. So that adds to the season.
The what?
Because a lot of women they deal with moles. Yeah, undercover moles. Yeah,
A lot of dudes be undercover.
undercover moles.
Atlanta, like the thing is though, in Babylon, the fun is on a whole other level. And then when you want to talk about fun, you think this whole nightlife on you. Go to certain places in Babylon. Like I found out that even in New York they close at 4 a.m. Oh, bars that should have been and a lot of times they'll stay later. They'll stay till like 6 a.m. You know? Actually, I don't know if it was somebody told me. You know, that's what it was. I'm like, damn. Right? You go to Atlanta, that's just nothing but that's Sodom and Gomorrah of Babylon. No, that's Sodom and Gomorrah, Virginia. All right? That's what that is, man. Vegas is called Sin City.
Yeah.
Sin City.
That's what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas.
Yeah? All right, Sin City. What's that about? That's a 24-hour party. Yeah. Gamble life.
See what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas.
Yeah. So there's no righteousness going on over here, man. There's nothing but disorder.
That's right, that's
right?
right.
And they set it up where wickedness is fun.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. Before I was in I went to Babylon.
I'm sure we go to the birds. I'm sure the birds came over here like, I ain't sad, you know? Because that's going on in Babylon. The entertainment in Babylon, the bread and circuses in Babylon, that's the center of Rome. You see what I'm saying? We'll talk about bread and circuses, man. It's nothing but fun out there. What, baby?
Revelation 11 and verse 18. And the nations were angry, and thy wrath is come, and the time of the dead that they should be judged, and that thou shouldest give reward unto thy servants, the prophets.
Right, the true men of the Lord are going to get that reward from Yahweh from Yahweh when it comes back. Understand? Go ahead.
And to the saints, and to them that fear thy name, small and great, and shouldest destroy them which destroyed the earth.
Which is the Edomites, right? Because they have the rulership of the earth, they have the control, so they're the ones that are blamed for the destruction of the earth, destruction of the planet Earth, pollution. Right?
Right. This is the book of Jeremiah 50 and verse 23. It says,
150.
how is the hammer
51.
Okay, go ahead.
It says, how is the hammer of the whole earth cut asunder and broken? How is Babylon become a desolation among the nations?
How is Babylon become the desolation upon of the nations, man? Because they're going to be completely destroyed, man. Right? But it was good. It was a fun place. You know, it was a golden cup.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. It looked good from the outside.
Yeah.
Right? Now those people are going to Babylon and different Western countries and they're seeing this place is falling. There was an interview with these Elamites and the Elamites said,
Yeah, I seen
people should go. I don't think people should be leaving their home country. Right?
Yeah.
You know, you come to Canada, you think it's better, it's not better.
inflation.
Huh?
We will talk about inflation right there.
Yeah, listen, the scene is not what it's chalked up to be. Because when they're in their country, they're painted as like it's like a golden. Like, you come here, you're just gonna. It's all kind of opportunities. Right. You have all these different. You know, like you're just gonna be living that high life. Right. No, you're constantly working. Right. You're constantly working, right? Because like when you go to those certain places, they got time to chill. They got time to relax and enjoy their family to some extent. You can't do that in the stress side. The society is constant work, constant stress, constant, yo, am I gonna have a place to live? You know? You can't get the allodial title out these places.
There's supposed to be a certain balance, man. You're supposed to have, working and also having free time to yourself. Which, when you go into account of King Solomon, how, he set up the servants. Like, I think he had like 12 servants that was responsible to bring forth the king's meat. And then every month, there was one man that was responsible to bring the king's meat. And afterwards, the rest of that, they were off. Even with the building of the temple, when he brought the people to build the temple in his house, they all worked for like 3 months.
They said they were off. They said they were off the rest of the time.
So like I said, each man had 1 month responsible for a month for bringing the meat, to bring the meat into the king. And they said, and the other one was off.
Like during that time, they'll like gather, go to serve the people, gather the fruits and whatnot, and then when the month came, they brought it to the king. And even with the workers, like they will work for like the brother said, 6 months, and then afterwards that other 6 months off. But that's that balance that you're supposed to give the citizens. That's what it says in Ecclesiasticus 10, how that the kingdom of a wise man is well ordered. In other words, you set up your subjects to be on a level that they get rest. You don't overwork them. Because when you give them rest, that's when they produce even more. That's right. And guess what? I'm sure that they will more productive. Yeah. Go ahead.
So like it even says the mercies of the righteous cares for his cattle, but the mercies of the wicked are cruel.
The tender mercies of the wicked are cruel.
Yeah. So even as it says,
the righteous care for the life of his beast, but the tender mercies of the wicked are cruel. But we're not beast. But if you can care about the beast, you're obviously going to care about humans, right?
Right, exactly. So even as it says that even this kingdom was not set up for our benefit. It says they shall wear out the saints.
Yeah.
So even in your mind, the way you work, you keep your constant cycle of stress. You have
It's psychological. So the fact that there's bills coming out of this, that, sweating, man. You can't even take a overdraft fee. You don't know, you know what I'm saying? The rent, you gotta constantly, in fact, you gotta constantly pay these rents and stuff. So you have your money, you're not gonna get the whole rent. Right. You understand what I'm saying? You just gotta keep paying. Right. And if let's say something happens, you don't have them for a month and a half. Hey man, you better start looking for cardboard boxes. That's what it is. That's that constant stress. That thread is real. Right? That stress behind you is real. Like, you know, right? That's why you just gotta thank Yahweh that he have his understanding and that he's rich. Go ahead. It's okay, baby. All right. So ultimately, it's you gotta make sure that the fact that we have to give thanks for that.
That's right.
For the people that don't have that comfort, man. Get me Ecclesiastes 4. That's we know what it is. You already know that. Go ahead.
This is, Ecclesiastes 4 verse 1. So I returned and considered all the oppressions that are done under the sun.
Right. So there's more oppression now than there's ever been. Because Esau has his technology and his full grip on the earth. Right. Go ahead.
And behold, the tears of such as were oppressed, and they had no comforter. And on the side of their oppressors there was power, but they had no comforter.
Right. So the major oppression, right? And on the side of the enemy there's power. But guess what? There was no comforter. The comforter that we have is the understanding of the Holy Spirit. Okay? You see what I'm saying? The fact that Yahweh Shem tries to deal with us. Alright? Other than that, there's no comforter. You see? For these people don't have that. So, hey man, so we gotta be thankful that we have that, man. So we want the Lord to have it.
Right.
Right. That's what I'm saying? Right. We gotta get one, you gotta make a random person send money to the wrong account. End up in your account, man. Okay? You have food and shit. Y'all might that's gonna make it happen. Right. No? Go ahead. That's what that's what the scripture says that these things the Gentiles seek after, but the Lord, in other words, provides for you. You ain't gotta worry about your food, houses, and all that. The Lord's got you, man. I'm not saying that you neglect your duties as a man and actually get a job and do things that you're supposed to do. But it's just knowing that the Lord's gonna take care of you, all right? As long as you put one foot before the other, and it might not be the time you want. Expect. He wants you to sweat. He wants you to be in that, to have to turn to him. You have to pride in him. You have to be on that exercise your foot. Then eventually you sweat the rest. Eventually you kind of expect it. Right?
Just as it's written. Today's the evil thereof, to make it sufficient for the days the evil thereof. Tomorrow will take care of itself. Right? So just make it through the day, man. If you wake up in the morning and you make it back home, that's a good bird.
Alright? That's something?
Matthew 6 and 34. Take therefore no thought for tomorrow, for the morrow shall take thought for the things of itself. Sufficient unto the day is the evil thereof.
That's it. Point blank period. Go ahead, brother.
is Psalms 37 and 25.
Damn, it's almost 8 o'clock. Yeah, it's still like the door, bro. We start kind of late. I said 7, set up before that. 7:14. 14. Oh, I thought it saw 44. So I get it.
Psalm 37 and 25. I have been young and now am old, yet I have not seen the righteous forsaken, nor his seed begging bread.
That's it. There won't be no homeless situation, no fucked up situation like that, man. You see? Let's say, see the time when they start to implement the chip, there's gonna be different things, we're gonna have to be like building, it's gonna be different. Change up. You ain't gonna have to be destitute in the middle of fucking winter. You understand what I'm saying? It's different. Nah, bro. Look. Won't be something, you know what I mean? Look up as you're gently drop night, man. Look up for, an angel might probably come with me. Yes, sir. Yeah? See what I'm saying? I got a place for come with me. Cabin. Yeah, I go to play cabin, yeah. Fireplace. Let's say if you do get homeless, hey, that's why you got the brothers. Brother, could take you in and, get you on your feet until the time that you get to your feet, man. Yeah. That's why, during that time of Simon in the book of Acts, they would gather all their substance together and help one another, man. Every man according to his needs. Yeah.
That's right. Good, bro. This is 2 Ezra 2 and 27. Be not weary, for when the day of trouble and heaviness
200 that.
When the day of heaviness cometh, others shall weep and be sorrowful, but thou shalt be merry and have abundance.
Right. That's it. So when they're sorrowful, we're going to be merry, and we're going to have abundance in the spirit and power Yahweh Shem Yahushua. So with that, we're going to give all praises for the honor.
To Yahweh, Ba'ashem Yahushua, Ba'ashem Uchakodash.
The great millstone. Salutations, also respect to God, our pushing this word out in truth and sincerity. Shema,
Shema,
Allah,
Yahweh,
Yahweh,
Shema, Allah,
That's right. 1 minute.